How do you make yogurt in the Thermomix? Well, I put 2 liters of whole milk into the machine. Then I close the lid and I set the time, temperature, and speed. The time, 20 minutes, the temperature, 80 degrees Celsius, and the speed between 2 and 3 with the lid on, or the measuring cup on. After that 20-minute period of time, the yogurt, it's so gorgeous, isn't it? Look at it here. I'll just get a spoon to show you how good that looks. After that 20-minute time, there we go. Let's take a look at that. Isn't that lovely and thick and lush? It's just beautiful, beautiful yogurt. Gorgeous, gorgeous yogurt. Really lovely. Nice, thick, lovely. So after that 20-minute time, the machine has to cool down, or the milk inside the machine has to cool down to 37 degrees Celsius. I usually take it off the machine and open up the lid and set it on the counter, and then reset it on the machine. It usually takes about an hour in my house. I would try it a half an hour, and then every 15 minutes after that. Once it settles into the 37 degree temperature, then I add 1/4 cup of this yogurt, of my already homemade yogurt, to the 2 liters of milk. And again, time, temperature, and speed. The time would again be 20 minutes. The temperature this time is 37 degrees Celsius, and the speed is between 2 and 3. But I actually mix it together first, so I probably between 3 and 4 mix the yogurt into that. Once it's finished, I pour it into a Thermomix bowl or an insulated thermal bowl and leave it with the lid on the counter for 5 hours. Then refrigerate. To make my yogurt cheese is so cool. The next day, I simply put a dishcloth on the tray that goes in the Varoma, and it serves as a strainer. I pour the entire container of yogurt on top of that and set it in the sink for a few hours or overnight. And I get, let me use the spoon again, I usually turn it over. So about midway, I'll turn it over, and with another cloth because it gets pretty wet. And then I get this incredible, look at the texture on that. It's an incredible cheese. It's just lovely. Now this one is quite dry. You can do it in a wetter fashion if you'd like. It's that easy, seriously. After that, at that point, I roll the cheese into balls. And here's my yogurt cheese balls completely done. I roll it into balls, and then I put the seasonings in it that I like. Those are all listed on the recipe in my blog. If you cover it completely with olive oil and put it in the fridge, those balls will keep for months and months and months. As a matter of fact, you can just cover the plain balls with oil, take them out a couple of hours before serving, and then season them. So I'm going to take the yogurt that I've made, and I'm going to pour it onto the basket. It's a little difficult to do that holding the flip video in my hand, but I'm going to attempt. Oh, there, not too bad. There I go. And there is the yogurt. Beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so now you can see it's on the counter completely inside of the Varoma basket, actually the Varoma tray, and I'm now going to place it inside of my sink so that when it drains, the liquid will drain down into the sink, and in a few hours I'll come back and turn it over. Okay, it's about 5 hours since I've left the yogurt cheese, and you can see, you know, that it's quite, take a look at that, there. You know, it's quite solidified. However, it's still quite moist too. Let me get a fork or a spoon and show you, see? Okay, it's about 5 hours since I've left the yogurt cheese, and you can see, you know, that it's quite, take a look at that, There. You know, it's quite solidified. However, it's still quite moist too. Let me get a fork or a spoon and show you. See? Now that's cheesy. Certainly it's nice and thick. Certainly it's nice and thick, and it's cheesy. You can see it's certainly nice and thick and cheesy, but it's not ready to be rolled into a ball with your hands yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this yogurt cheese and put it over here on this other cloth that I have waiting. Now I really can't do this with one hand holding the flip video. So if I set the flip video here, I'm wondering if, yes, I think that's going to work. So now I'm going to take this right off the container. I'm sorry about the noise. And I'm going to put it right down here, upside down now. Just going to turn it. There we go. Did you see that? Let me see. Maybe. Let's show you. There it is. That's how it looks. I didn't get it really circled on. And now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to lift it up, and I'm going to put it back on the tray that usually fits into the Varoma. So I'm going to put the flip video down again, right there. You're not going to be able to see me do this, but I will show you in just a minute. And there, I've set it up there again. So you can see that the side that's the driest is up, and the more moist side is down. And I'm going to leave it set a few more hours. So what I usually do when I'm making my yogurt cheese balls is I use a really tiny ice cream scoop, and I portion out my sizes. I am videotaping with one hand, so I don't usually do it exactly like this, but you get the idea. I portion out my sizes with the scoop, and then I roll it up with my hand.